Hey, this is an ad off of X22 Reports. Gold is going up, and it's just a matter of how much it's going to go up. The demand is increasing worldwide, especially in Europe, India, China, probably the United States too.
Let's talk about retirement. What can you say about gold right now? It's zooming ahead, up around 24% since this time last year. It's projected to reach $1,600, even $2,000 according to CNBC recently. And this was before the China virus outbreak. With so much uncertainty at the moment and the stock market wobbling, gold in your IRA or 401k makes sense. Why? Because it acts like a balance. If stocks fall, gold will be your safety net. So call them today. No, call them right now, 877-646-5347 and get your insurance pinned down or click the link below.
All right, so that's from
Let's get
X22 Report. All right, coming up on some more Q posts.
yes. Will they try again? Yes, they will. Accountability is coming. Q. Let's move on to post 3836. Q says, think Hillary Clinton Russia reset statement. Brackets bold Russia. Think Hussein. I'll have more flexibility after the election. Hot mix statement to Russia. Depot REQ to Hussein RE Putin. Take a listen to Obama's exchange with the Russian ambassador.
My last election, yeah. After my election, I have more flexibility. Yeah. And I trust this Vladimir and
Let me continue with Q's post here. Think Hussein White House refusal to send weapons to Ukraine. This is in brackets in bold. Our Congress pushed to assist, but instead sent only blankets. Think D's attack. R.E. POTUS for failure to protect Ukraine against Russian aggression. This is in brackets in bold. Impeachment. What advanced weapons did POTUS send to Ukraine? He sent javelins. Does 2 plus 2 equal 6? No. To find projection. Think about 1.8 billion Hussein White House sent to Ukraine. This is in brackets in bold. Which bank? And a lot of the anons are saying Privat, which I do believe that is the bank. And we'll discuss that a little bit later. Think U.S. aid with an arrow pointing to Ukraine. Think worldwide aid pointing the arrow to Ukraine. Think Uranium One, and this is in brackets in bold, sale of U.S. uranium to Russia. Sold out U.S. to benefit Russia for personal financial gain. Yes, they did. It's called treason. Risked U.S. national security for personal financial gain. Yes, it's called treason. How was payment made to U.S. persons? Money laundering through foreign banks, shell companies, and then brought back to these individuals. Think Ukraine, think Iran, Russia, Iran allies. No, they're not. Russia, Iran, China allies. No, they're not allies of the United States. U.S. politician corruption China. U.S. corruption Ukraine. U.S. leverage on behalf of ... with brackets bold. U.S. poll corruption Russia. U.S. poll corruption Iran. Common denominator China, Russia, and Iran. Closed financial systems? Yes. Logical thinking, Q. So the deep state players were laundering U.S. aid via Ukraine, Iran, China, Russia. Many of these countries got a cut as the money flowed through them. And then the money ended back in the deep state players' bank accounts. So they were using these countries to launder the funds through many, many banks.
Using these countries to launder the money through many, many banks. Aimed it back to the deep state players. Pretty treasonous acts. Let's move on here.
From within. Now, kill from within is in all caps. Internal is in brackets in bold. Operation, with an arrow pointing to financial economy, military police, division of citizenry, border collapse. This is in brackets in bold. Install like-minded leaders in key positions of U.S. government. How many people, brackets, bold, removed from FBI had Iranian family backgrounds? Many of them. The silent war continues. The silent war is being waged in the shadows. The deep state was trying to kill the U.S. from within. They were tearing the country apart. Their eventual goal was to remove the Constitution, the rights of the people. And they knew.
Wow, it's just scary.
Aggravated felony or a crime of moral turpitude, that is a vile, depraved act like molesting children. Under the New Way Forward Act, crimes of moral turpitude are eliminated entirely as justification for deportation. And the category of aggravated felony gets eliminated too. So what does that mean? Consider this. Under current law, immigrants who commit serious crimes, robbery to fraud to child sexual abuse, must be deported regardless of the sentences they receive. Other crimes, less severe ones like racketeering, require deportation if the perpetrator receives at least a one-year sentence. Under this bill, there would no longer be any crime that automatically requires deportation, none. And one crime, falsifying a passport, would be made immune from deportation no matter what, because apparently 9/11 never even happened, and we no longer care about fake government documents. By the way, if you just renewed your driver's license to comply with the Real ID Act, you must feel like an idiot, because immigrants are getting a pass, you're not.
Now down below, Q says it's time to wake up, Q. So the
Insane.
New Way Forward Act is sponsored by 44Ds. AOC is one of them. It's 4,000 pages long. Criminals are able to come into the U.S. Convictions should not lead to deportation. Crimes are eliminated. You cannot be deported if you committed a crime. Fake passports are not a crime. You cannot be deported. Immigration judges can open the border. The people have no say. Drug addiction no longer considered for deportation. The bill would abolish all existing enforcement against illegal immigration. ICE could not use prior criminal history to prove why they should be deported. This bill also states that they would use taxpayer money to bring back those who were deported. And they're creating.
How is this not treasonous? How is this not criminal? I don't understand. We are in a serious war. This is insane.
America is a land of heroes, a place where greatness is born, where destinies are forged, and where legends come to life. This is the home of Thomas Edison and Teddy Roosevelt, of many great generals, including Washington, Pershing, Patton, and MacArthur.
Let's move on to post 3841. Now, Q gives us an older drop. This is from February 12th, 2019. And in this drop, it says, shall we play a game? Where are they now? And lists all the individuals, James Comey, Andrew McCabe, Jim Rubicki, James Baker, Bill Priestap, and all these individuals are fired. And then gives us a link to M2 Madness. M2 Madness, in this link, it's a Twitter link, says, listen carefully, and I highly suggest you watch the full episode. Now, this short little segment is about CrowdStrike, Ukraine, and the corruption. Take a listen to this report from The Blaze.
6, quote, Burisma Holdings Limited finances Atlantic Council, Ukraine, associated rogue operatives from the U.S. State Department, Five Eyes, and CrowdStrike in Ukraine using Privat Bank. So if CrowdStrike is in fact part of a list of payees from Burisma, then this is yet another U.S.-based link that our prosecutors could use to follow the money, just like Hunter Biden. What was CrowdStrike? Suddenly the mention of CrowdStrike isn't so laughable because it's not about the conspiracy. It's about money laundering.
Now down below in this Post, it says, if dirty cops ran the investigation into the DNC breach, could an argument be made that it was corrupt? Yes. If dirty cops ran the investigation into election interference, could an argument be made that it was corrupt? Yes. If dirty cops ran the investigation into Hillary Clinton, and Hillary Clinton is in bold and all caps, private server email scandal, could an argument be made that it was corrupt? Yes. Russia did not hack, this is in brackets bold, penetrate the DNC server. Internal download, release, CrowdStrike, manipulation of source. Russia did not interfere with U.S. election of 2016. CrowdStrike manipulation of source. The truth will be made public. And we know that Julian Assange has all the answers to this. He is the source. And I do believe Q is giving us this because he will be coming back to the U.S. very, very soon. And I believe he's going to report about Seth Rich, about who actually downloaded the information and how it wasn't a hack. He's going to reveal all of this. Joe M. tweeted out the following: just one step away from blowing up the deep state. If Comey and Brennan's crew of dirty agents are proven guilty of politically motivated attack against Trump, then everything they touched is in question. Russia, DNC hack lie, HRC email investigation, Uranium One cover-up, the works. And Joe is absolutely right. It's going to be like an avalanche. And all these people are going to get all sucked into it. And it's coming. It's building. Remember, the gloves are off. Trump's in the 15th round. And he's coming out punching right now. Let's move on to post 3842. It says, why is China Qatar donating vast sums of money to our education institutions? Gave us a link to financeyahoo.com. It says, Harvard leads U.S. colleges that receive $1 billion from China. About 115 colleges got monetary gifts, contracts, or both from sources in mainland China in the 6.5 years through June. The leader was Harvard University, which pulled in $93.7 million, the majority as gifts. The University of Southern California and the University of Pennsylvania were second and third. Harvard University professor and 2 Chinese nationals charged in 3 separate China-related cases. The Department of Justice announced that the chair of Harvard University Chemistry and Chemical Biology Department and 2 Chinese nationals have been charged in connection with aiding the People's Republic of China. And we have Dr. Charles Lieber, chair of the Department of Chemistry and Chemical Biology at Harvard. We have Yang Qing, 29, a Chinese national, and Zhe-Song Sheng, 30, a Chinese national, all arrested. Q says, is it really so hard to believe, and this is in brackets, bold and caps, foreign actors are able to bribe those in key positions within the U.S. to betray their country? And as we can see, there are more and more individuals being arrested where they were selling secrets to the Chinese. And I don't believe it just stops here. It goes all the way up to the top. What do you think Hillary Clinton's server was all about? Do you think she just set that up just to get email? Or was it to allow access where she could say, I had no clue. I didn't know who was accessing it. The old days of sitting on a park bench and marking the bench with a piece of chalk and leaving an envelope underneath it, those days are over. You set up a server in your home and you just let it sit there, make sure it doesn't have any security, and you let others dive into it, get the information, and payment is then made to into the foundation account. And this is why a lot of those emails had to be deleted. Q is letting us know that all this corruption, everything that has happened, is now going to be released. The blocks are gone. People have been removed. The silent war is being waged in the shadows, and they're continually removing more and more blocks. There is panic in D.C., and soon they will be completely trapped. The people are being educated. The people are being brought into the fold. They're starting to understand what is going on here. And the mainstream media, the deep state, they have hardly any ammunition left. Think about what they have been trying to do here, and it has all failed. Do you think anything else?
Now let me warn you. I've said again and again that the deep state is deep and wide, and there's no way that Trump and the White Hats are going to fully get rid of it. There's no way in hell or heaven. And I'm warning you again, don't fall for this propaganda. Even though it's in good intentions, there's no way that Trump and the White Hats, DOJ, FBI, NSA, military intelligence, whoever is going to get to all these people. Not in one term, not in two terms, not in a lifetime. It's Roger Martin, Billings, Montana. Good day.